Okay, today practice question. Okay, solve this. Let's solve it first. Display. Okay, 1 minute. I just need to do one thing. That is, let's start today's question. Biggest single number. Okay, so this is the table, and with that, I don't need any of that actually. I can do in here rotate cases. You can go there. Okay. Table my numbers. This table may contain duplicate value. Okay. In other words, there is no primary key. Okay. Each row of this table contains an integer. Okay. All will be number. Put sign. A single number is a number that appeared only once in the my number. What do you want to mean? A single number is a number that appeared only once in the my number. Okay, find the largest single number that's if there is a no single number, it put null. Okay, so we have to find single largest number. Okay, so it means there is also given some output 6 by 6 sing these are duplicate 3 duplicate 1456. Okay, in phone number we are having the largest one, that is 6. Makes sense. So for making max, we have a max operator, right? What what in my mind I'm thinking, I can do one thing. First of all, I just need to count it, right? For counting same thing, I have to group it. If it is 8 similar, then okay. I can do group with count and check one or not. What does it mean? So actually, I will check that is the number is group or not, and then I will count it. Then I will check is it equal to 1. If it is 1, then you are coming under the value that you are unique. And let's do it first. Select where over it should be. Should I really need OM? No, I don't think so. For making group, I have a group by what? Group by with none. Where count of none should be equals to 1. Okay, so this condition, but there is a one check. If I had acquired without grouping anything, it directly run. So having had, and one more things I can do, that is max of what. So num is gonna right. Let's see. Fail. Good stuff. Maximum. Oh, it's coming. Okay. 883344. What should I do? Am I doing something wrong? Still making wrong. But I'm giving wrong things. From my numbers, there will be the max. But it's not giving max. But it's giving the whole data that I want. I want from here that is really working, but why it's not working? Maybe there's something syntax mistake or something else. This is a number. Okay, but I need to check once. Does anyone does this stuff? Well, they did this name man. Okay, or they select max of not. We did the same thing. Our idea is right, but from select star, can't it make it grow? What if it's returning, grouping everything? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go for the next question. 596. Write a solution to find class have at least five students. So first of all, we have to find class, right? Select class from courses. So we can do one thing, the same class, right? So if it is the same, then we have to make a group. Same, if it is same, then make it group. That will quite okay. So group by what class having count all, not all, class should be greater than or equal to 5. Yeah, quite okay. Let me run the test cases. Math. Okay. Okay. Do this question. 1004. Sales analysis. Okay. So product ID is the primary key. Okay, we got it. The product ID, the primary of this table. Each row on this table indicate the name and the price of each product. Okay, product name is there, price is there, and ID is there. Table name is sales. I don't know. I believe product name in it. Sales table. Okay, I think both would be. If it is making join, then I'm not going to do because in our live session I don't even touch the join, right? Yeah, it's make join. No, not at all. We are not going to use. Okay, let's start for today's topic. What are the topic? SQL. Complete, you know this. Okay, let me open the VS Code. Okay. This is the README file of SQL. If you want to get the link, you can directly see in the description. It's taking time. Just let me do one thing. Moment. Just let me do one thing. Okay. I think I open my chat. Just reload. Line has been updated V to V40. Do I need to open derivative? Okay, so here we need to learn these three upcoming modules. In this module, we are going to learn not null, unique, default, auto increment, and foreign key. Yeah, constraints. Constraints meaning there is some value would be there that will be fixed. Okay, those are actually the constraints. Normally, whenever we make any application, so we create a constraint in a config folder, right? Like for env, a variable name, kind of. For example, you are integrated some AI with your application. So if you are using some OpenAI, so variable name should be OpenAI API key. That is how we use. Not only that, even if your connection, the URL of your database, that is also important thing. You have to add it like a DB underscore connection. 1 minute. So let me not this 1 minute. 1 minute. So not one. Every real database use this. Yeah. Example, user email must be unique. ID should auto increment. That's actually makes sense. Every order should belong to a valid user and module relationship. Okay, okay. For now, let's focus on this. This, you know my study pattern, right? So please make that way the structured way plan so that I easily understand, I easily go in depth, and whatever the question will come, I can easily answer. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. Our format will always be, yeah. Introduction, why do we need this? Real backend example, syntax, keyword explanation, examples, common mistakes, best practice, interview question, and some question. For now, we can skip this. What are constraints? Before learning each constraint, you need to understand what a constraint actually is. A constraint is a rule that SQL applies to a table to make sure only valid data is stored. So before whatever I said, just forget because the perspective were only backend related, but now it's a SQL has the different constraint. Pronouncing is same, but there is some meaning on there is different. Okay, let's go ahead. A constant is a rule that SQL applies to a table to make sure only valid data is stored. Think of it like rules of a school. There's a rule that SQL applies. You can't either exam without ID card. That makes sense. You cannot submit two answer sheet to same roll number. Yes, makes sense. Every student must belong to one class. Hmm. The condition. So a constraint is a rule as well applies to a table, make sure only valid data is true. Okay. So you cannot enter the exam without ID card. Okay. Just now similar in SQL. Why do we need constant? Imagine you have a user table without constraint. Someone could insert. It's actually making sense. If you're having ID and if someone getting access in your table, but suppose you hire a intern, he unfortunately did 100 ID with same ID number. So that's actually not making sense. With same ID with different name, what is the use of it? You should be ID should be unique. Email should not be null. Another example is email is mandatory in your application. Should this be allowed? Okay. Two user register with the same email. Imagine trying to log in which account should is full return. That is why we use constraint. Yeah. Another example. It should be unique, right? If you see observably. For example, John get a job, okay, and David also get a job. So we send to John mail, but the thing is, David got a job, but we should not send according to the mail in this email address, right? But the thing is, it should be David at gmail.com because we have to address the proper email. If we give the data with the same email, then it would be wrong. So real backend example, okay. User table ID name, password created at. Every user must have an ID. Email cannot be empty. Email must be unique. ID should automatically increase. Order must be belong to an existing user. These rules are enforced using constraints. Types of constraints. What are the types of constraints? Okay. These are the type. Not null, unique, default, auto increment, primary key, already. Primary key should be unique. Okay, foreign key it can be to other, I would say, in other table. Not null, it should not be null. Unique, it should be unique. Default, I would say something we can auto increment. Okay. Where are function use? Create table primary key, name varchar, varchar not null. Notice not null. Yeah. Not way easy to remember. Constant is a rule. As I said, when you see the things, you can easily understand what everything is there. Maintain data integrity, real database example. Imagine this table. Okay. Business rules, ID1 must be unique. Yeah, that makes sense. It should be unique, it should be auto increment, it should be having the email with the unique email and cannot repeat. Unique should be there. Few doesn't encourage default 18. And what is constraint? Constraint is a rule applied to table. Constraints, in simple, it's actually a rule we are going to add during making any table. For example, we can add unique should be in our email, ID should be auto increment, and it should be unique. Primary key. Oh, oof. Okay, before we start, let's answer one question. Suppose you are creating user table on backend. Which of these should be never be null? ID should not be null, name should not be null, email should not be, password should not be. Created ad should not be. Profile photo, it doesn't need actually if you don't give. Believe I think I forget the spelling of belief. Let it be. I think if can be null and remaining part cannot be null. Explain because exactly how backend developers show things. Introduction, non-null is a constant. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Okay, so let's go for the normal. It's a constraints that doesn't allow a column to store null values. Okay, null values means that is empty. So it's saying that you can't store any value where, sorry, you cannot make any row without any value and the column according to the column. For example, for a ID, it should be if I give as a ID not null. So you have to give the ID, otherwise we can add auto increment. That is different part. But for now, we supposed to do our ID manually. So without giving the ID number, it will not create any row of our table. So that is the benefit of not null. Why do we why do we need or not null? Imagine you are creating an Instagram username, email, password. Can you leave password blank? Anyone's life? Just let me see first. What is that? Search. Not let it be. Open different account with you to open it. I think I have. Yeah. Not this. Not this. Not this. Create my search. Subscribe my channel itself. Right? Okay, let it be. Let's complete today's task. Task was so because without a password you can't log in, right? A real backend name, email, these are the thing. If a database doesn't have non-null, user creates successfully, password is null. So password varchar not null makes sense actually. So varchar actually a void it actually meaning that you can give the text with actually character of 50. Yeah, the same thing. One of the keyword there you can define how many later, not later, the character alphabet you can give. So let example, let's create one table then. SQL. Today we'll finish this. Okay, and I'm committing, pushing it. Okay, what is this name? So it should be, I want to make a table name call as a constant. So use company DB. Yeah, here you can see that it's become bold. So, so that means our query runs and it's working perfectly. Let's create one table. So create table. The table name should be constraints. Uh, yeah. Now table constraint with ID. It should be. Am I doing anything wrong? Let me check. No, nothing is wrong. ID. It should be in. ID would be integer and it should be unique. I should give primary key and how to implement. Does it work like that? Primary key. Let it be ID name varchar. Is it varchar? Yeah, varchar. Okay, that is the varchar. It should be 10 is enough. According to my name. Name varchar and it should be not now. This is the one condition we had. An email I don't want pass I can give varchar. I want two is enough. It should be not none and password can be yeah. You can say it can be not none. And one more thing I just want to add email case varchar. Here should be I don't want to give anything text. Okay, and it should be unique because same email I don't want to get. It's quite very bad thing. Suppose you create user two things, and actually, if there's someone who was having the same email, there's a high possibility they are actually going to misuse our database. So we cannot give those kind of stuff, right? Let's enter, check is our query work or not. No, didn't work. Why? Let's ask to GPT. GPT, we have other things also. I mean, why we don't, we have multiple AI, use it. So must put up, we don't have, okay, if you are not giving access, then I have too many email. What is wrong in this query? There is school because it failed. Is there anything wrong? Hmm. Here you can directly make it. Here you can see the another user credit. We have created it. No problem. Can email to 55 evening. Now the problem I'll make I will not give any value. Uh, Insert into table with the values. The structure should be right. Value should be, let's say, auto increment doesn't need. So even if I give the name, that is enough, I believe. Ritam and then anything. This thing I want to run. Okay. What is column count doesn't match. Then actors. And what I am saying, use this monument. Let me ask. Hmm? Missing ID column, but given right. It is wrong because duplicate entry. Yeah, that's making sense. If we're having any duplicate key, then the data should not be added in your databases. According to our constraint, whatever we have defined, there was already we have written there. You see or observe here the email. It can be 255 alphabet, but it should be unique. Means same email could not be added. Even if I do something like this, it should be added. Should not should be, it will add. You can see it. Even still you have any doubts, just let me yeah. You can see it's added in email, all are text format, not all except the ID. And here why still I'm not getting, maybe we have did something and it's auto include should be like that, right? Okay, let's go to our topic. Topic was here. Example here can be null. Okay, so it should give some question. Create a table named employee with ID. Okay, ID primary key name not null salary. Try inserting employee with null as the name. Oh, it will give error. It will give not error. In SQL, does it say error? Yeah, it will give error code. Insert employee with department is null. Department can be null. Okay. I believe you should teach me all things at once because constraints is very free. So we should go at once. I actually agree with you this module. Yeah. Why must you ask you do? So what is constant? Yeah, okay, not now. Not now, it should not be now. Even, yeah, unique, it should be unique and allow Ritam database error default. Yeah. I can add here one thing. Create table testing. Okay. Mhm. I have I got one mail. I just wanted to check that one. Mm. It was in okay. Give me 1 minute. হ্যালো, ওইটা তো ডকুমেন্ট নেবে। ডকুমেন্ট ভেরিফিকেশনে সেদিনকে তো হয়নি পুরোটা, ওইটাতেও করতে হবে। তো একটা কাজ করে নে, যত ডকুমেন্ট আছে ওইটা ফটোগুলো ল্যাপটপে রেখে দে, আর ওখান থেকে সবকিছু ভেরিফাই করে নে। হ্যাঁ, লিঙ্কডইনে সব ভেরিফাই করতে হবে, নাহলে কিছু আপলোড। আপলোড মানে কি, আপলোড তো সেদিনকে করলি। হ্যাঁ, তো ভেরিফিকেশন চাইবে। আর ওইটা আপলোড করার আগেই চাওয়ার দরকার ছিল, কেন চাইনি জানি না। হুম। হুম। হ্যাঁ, 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 যে কোনো একটা ক্লিয়ার। ফোন থেকে হয় না লগ ইন? ফোন থেকে লিঙ্কডইনটা ডাউনলোড করে নেয় একবার। হ্যাঁ, ডাউনলোড করে নে লিঙ্কডইন। ঠিক আছে, ছাড়বি, অসুবিধা নেই। হুম। 8 তারিখ। কিসের? হ্যাঁ, ওইসব করতে দাও। ওখানে দেখবি, জব সেকশনে ওখানে সব কিছু আসতে থাকে। হুম। হুম। ডাকবে না রে, ডাইরেক্ট ভার্চুয়ালি হয়ে যাবে। হ্যাঁ। তো ডেস্কটপে তো নেই, তো ডেস্কটপে। আরে, তোর। হুম, সেটাও ঠিক। ঠিক আছে। আই থিঙ্ক ফোন থেকেও হয়ে যায়। ফোন থেকে গিয়ে কানেক্ট করতে হয় খালি একটা খালি সফটওয়্যার ইনস্টল করে আহ, হয়ে যায়। আমি জানি না ঠিক, বাট দেখেছিলাম একবার কি ফোন থেকে পিসিতে কানেক্ট করে তোর ওয়েবক্যামটা শো করতে পারবে। হুম, এই ওই একটু পড়ছি। হুম। হুম, রাখতে হবে। Okay. Mic was not off. Video is on. Video is on. Webcam is on. Okay. So yeah, not this one. Okay. Default age int default would be 18. Okay. So okay. Create table. What are the things I need to add here? First of all, ID, then age, then class. I'll make proper structure. First, I'm thinking what are the column name should be there. Class, college, and all the things. DOB, okay, that's quite a lot of stuff. Should be primary key. Primary key always be unique, and its type integer. It should be integer, and along with that, it should be default. What 18 class? I would say I want to give fair. No, I don't want to fair care. Okay. Max to max, I will give 10 alphabet, and it should not be null, and it should be text, and it should not be null. Same with text, and it should not be null. And you know, primary key means it should be unique along with not null. Default is used. Varchar also any other way constant I need to use. Auto increment, yeah. Auto increment. Anything else? I should not say that it should be foreign key like ID, identity. Well, ID, foreign key user ID, reference user ID. First of all, let's execute this. Okay, we executed, and I don't want to fill any data. Here you can see the table name with data. But let's understand the foreign key. It's actually very important concept. This is the most important constraint. Yeah, I got it after seeing this thing. User ID name, order ID, user ID. What is making sense? User having ID, that is okay. But in an order, that's also having the one ID. That's quite okay because every order should be unique and it should be a individual identity that we can do. Okay, order ID is there, one not one, one not two. Okay, so every individual order, it will create one order ID. And for the user, the important thing who is making the order. Okay, so for example, you have login Zomato. Okay, and you order something. Who order? You order, right? So you means this user. You actually user. So you'll be having some unique identity that will be inside the column name as a ID. And whatever the order ID we have punch out, that will be having user ID because we need to know who is making the order. Because if we have the ID of user, then we can fetch that what is your details, what are the address we have to gone through, right? So that is how we can plan for making foreign key. We can connect between each others. So if I give one example, other example, what should it be? Okay, the thing is, mm, in a hostel, okay, in a hostel, suppose one room is allocated, there you have to stay. So in that hostel, there is a should be having one book, there actually notebook. They'll be having all user details. The user actually you, right? So I can draw diagram, right? Excalibur. And how to do black? Okay. No, I don't need. Suppose this is our something and this is your host. This is your node. Okay. So it would be having your in a hostel. Who stays in the hostel? Student. Okay. Student actually you. And one more thing, there will be having room allocated. This is the notebook for the student, and this is the notebook for uh, rooms. So the thing is, we know the student will stay in the room, right? This whatever student we are having in our college, and the student is going to stay in the room, right? So for that, we can add properly. But for explaining properly, I need to add some for let my name Ritam and another one is Rohit. Okay, so here I can add room one. Okay, Room 1 is pointed to Ritam. Okay, room 2 is pointed to Rohit. The thing is, even we can do these things. Yeah, if we can do the same thing. In the student details, we are having name, right? So we can pointing like in a rooms with the room's ID and with the name. So that means the name should be foreign key. You are getting? Because if you see the name and this name is same. Rohit and Rohit same. So not make confused because there's one reason. Name may have possibility of duplicate. For example, my name is Rita. Maybe other person have the same name called as a Ritam. So we can do ID. So this is the first ID for the Ritam. This is the second ID for Rohit. Right. So instead of making the stuff, we can do this true. And for more specifically, we can do this one. Student Student ID. That is how it's making sense. So student in the student notebook, we have a data. There's a column is on ID and there is a name. Okay, this is the name value and this is the ID value. The thing is, we have to allocate the rooms to our children, means a student. So in the room number one, we have having student ID. For now, just think the first student ID is Ritam and second student ID. Now the room is allocated that is called as a Rohit. So that is the foreign key. I think you have the point right. Foreign key. The foreign key means it should be similar in the table for making connection. So here if you see, okay, I believe I explained properly. If you are still not getting what I'm saying, you can go through GPT. The table for making connection. Here if you see, I think I believe I explained right. Okay. Now, how does SQL knows? Yeah, that is makes sense. Order one of belongs to returns. Yeah, that is the question. How our order can say it belongs order number 101 that it should be ordered from user one because of their ID. So we have created one table, right? And the users. Do I have user? I deleted. I believe. Give me 1 minute. Uh, phone is getting. Okay, let's begin. I think I have to say one thing. Hey, actually, I have deleted the table. So please give me some table query with inserted data. Don't think about my spelling. Okay, let it be. How much DB? Okay, done. Whatever I didn't even see, you can see it, right? Refresh it. We will be having one more stuff. Okay. I think I need to add one more YD. That exists. TV already was. Okay, makes sense. Actually, I got it. It's created the e-commerce DB, but my bad. I'm not able to see what was the problem it was. So, how to remove this? Why you are in here? Why go ahead? Yeah, use e-commerce DB. Okay. Now we have to create a table called as a user. Okay, done. We are inserting the data here. Done. Let's see. The table name is user. Select from users. Okay, we have a data of 8 rows and with all data, right? So product. Okay, we have to do this. We are inserting data. I think today we are not able to learn about the joining. I before starting this live, I was thinking today I should complete, but I don't think today it would be possible. So table, notice this, yeah. So let me see. Table, we have to create one order table. So order table we have created. Let me refresh. Table we have created. First one is product and second one is users. Okay. So user product. So this is a e-commerce shop. There will be having our user details and one would be product details. Now the thing is, in e-commerce, what we do, we actually buy and sell products, right? So mostly we are going to buy. So we need to create one table called as a order. That actually GPT is saying, but I just want to explain how it's why he is saying. So let's go ahead. Notice this foreign key and reference user ID. Okay. Here if you see order ID would be there, order ID be int auto increment, user ID int not null, total price would be decimal, okay, status default pending, okay, foreign key user ID, reference user ID. What we created in users, that was the ID. So user ID actually meaning this, the reference what we are referring for. Your reference is user ID. So here we are defining that foreign key will be what? User ID will be foreign key and reference would be what? The user ID. At the end, we are defining which column name would be foreign key and what would be the reference. Means which table would be the reference we are going to allocate it in our table, right? So let's make it. So first of all, I just want to copy this. Okay, who is going to do this? Manually don't do. Okay, right. Now the thing is, we know order ID should be primary key, auto increment. That's okay, no problem. But foreign key, the syntax what? Okay, foreign spelling anything else? Here is okay. Foreign key would be what user ID and reference. The only reference will be enough, I believe. Reference would be users ID. Anything now? Okay. That's fine. Okay, okay, I got it. So we have created this. Now, if you observe properly, the value we are adding user ID, total price, and status. Let me refresh, and we are getting orders. In that orders, we are having the column order ID, user ID, total price, and status. Okay. So order ID would be was that auto increment? Okay, no, no, we don't need to give this. Okay, user ID, total price. User ID will be the same ID, whatever you can see. I have just shown the select star from user. You can see the whole table, right? Even you no need to see directly. Even here is the whole data. Yeah, one, two, this whole are actually eight value. So the ID you are saying this is mandatory first of all because without user you can't make order. It's actually if it is making order, say it's kind of malicious things. It's a bug. So we have to figure it out why it's because normally we say it on middleware before doing this query. So that is all about it. We can control enter. Okay, all data is inserted. Can I see this in a view section? I believe foreign key indexes views to functions. I think I can see this. I don't know. Can I see this? I forget it. So if we see the uh, select from I would say the column. What is yeah. This is the order ID and this is the user ID. But that is quite okay. So for today, I believe it's enough. Check everything. জল দে একটু হুম। For health, good for health. Okay, I think it's done for the day. End of the day, it's so like it's dangerous mistake. Select start from user. We're getting the user with the ID. Now we're getting the product. Now total price, delivers, and all of this stuff. Okay. And for today, I took how to add, how to see the relation. First of all, I have to see this. How to do, not really cut. How to see, I forget actually. I think for today, it's enough for the day. Today we have learned 1 hour, so that's quite okay. Doesn't matter how far you have learned. Is worth it is that is actually the important thing, right? Already, just let me ask to GPT how yeah, yeah, the database structure become like this. That we have a user table and that would be having the foreign key is ID, and that ID becomes ID. And product will be PK, but we are giving with this database. Okay, so what are the things I have done? Sorry. Oh, that is all. I'm just checking what are the things I have done. Okay, structure, complete function, complete in progress, not known, foreign key remaining. The relationship is very important. One to one, I know this one. One to one, one table will be connected with one table will be connected with multiple tables. For example, your college will be having multiple, not college. Yeah, yeah. One to one, it should be, what should I say? Um, mm, one to one, one is connected with one to many, one can be connect with multiple table. For example, our college, suppose we have a college, okay, but we know that in that college they will be having room, they will be having teacher, they will be having uh, student and workers and many more, right? There are so many things like canteen, uh, trainer, all of this stuff. So one college will connect with multiple things. That is one to many, and many to many, like many is connected with many. One I am not able to give an example. So module 10 and module 11, 12 we have to do. Okay, so many things are there. 65% is done. Foreign keys look quite okay. The one key would be similar with other table and other table. That's quite okay things. Yeah, I believe. Like for example, there is a course, okay, and you have login on platform, and the course ID should be same with your ID, the student ID. Student ID, I'll be adding one foreign key that should be referred to our course ID so that the course ID should be the uh, same column value in your student table. That's making sense. So what I'm saying, uh, okay, I'm saying two things. The foreign, first of all, what I am explaining, foreign key, okay. Now forget our spelling, FK, foreign key. Now the thing is, here we'll be having courses, and here will be student. Uh, course one, it should be backend con content, three AIML, four, forget about four, and student one is one, two is two, three is three. Another thing is, this is a student ID. First of all, this one, two, three are primary key and student whatever the one, two, three, those would be the primary key. Another thing is, have to connect with each other because student always buy the course, right? So we need to make something so that we can make a relation. we need to make one thing so that we can make easily make one relation between course and student, right? So we just need to do this. It should be no, not like this. I'm making wrong thing. Because it would be like that. Hmm. Now I'm adding one more column. Will be course ID. That is all about it. Here you are thinking what would be the course ID, right? That's that is well fine. Depends on the our student choice. So student number one, he chose AIML. Okay, good choice. The same ID will be allocated. So that means here would be three the value I'm saying. Okay. And student number second, he chose second. Let it be second. And student number three, he chose again three. Does it needed that you have to choose all the things because student according to student need they can choose any course. Depends on their requirement, they can choose anything. It doesn't mean that if in our course table there is something known as a DevOps, student need to take. It doesn't matter. Student as a open, I would say the open choosing option, he can choose anything. I think I got the point right. So that is how this works. I think you have got the point. What is the use of foreign key? How we can add and where we can add? What are the column we can add as a foreign key? And what kind of column name should be foreign key? I think you got the point. Okay. For I think today is enough for the day. Tomorrow we will learn our relationship join. I think today we have already done relationship and foreign key. Only remaining parts are join and the advanced parts are coming. Like SQL function, I think. Yeah, SQL. Okay. SQL function subqueries. Then joins. Yeah. From here it will be started. Okay. 60% we have done. We have only remaining 35%. We'll finish it. No issue. Okay.